lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Manny.
And we're talking an old school issue of Savage Dragon, but we're not just talking about it because of Dragon. We're talking about it because this is the first time the Turtles meet Savage Dragon. And this is also the first time Turtles enter the Image universe. This takes place, obviously, prior to like the Gary Carlson and Frank Fosco run, which is in black and white, and brought the Turtles over to Image. I think it lasted, I want to say comfortably, I think like 22 to 23 issues, and then it just got finished at IDW a few years back, where they redid the series in color and then finished it off. But I mean, we both love Savage Dragon.
We both love the Turtles.
We both love the Turtles, so why not talk this issue? I know that this is technically a part one of the crossover. It's still wrapped up pretty neatly, and plus, I just love this era of Savage Dragon with that fucking gun. The shades on. The cop dragon is my favorite version. Don't get me wrong, I love what Savage Dragon still does, but I really love early Dragon stuff. So obviously Erik Larsen, creator, writer, penciler, inker. Chris Eliopoulos is letterer. You got Steve Olive and Ruben Root on colors. Just so good, dude. Open up with Dart walking in. And I love how just one cop, the woman cop, is like calling them pigs because they're just like staring at her.
Yeah.
Even the newspaper Mighty Man Alive. Erik just does. I love the way he lays out a book too. Like that's something I don't think I call out enough. But yeah, I just love this. So she's coming in. She's coming in to join the force, right?
Yeah.
Because they're about to build out Freak Force, which will eventually kind of take place.
I mean, it's interesting that they chose such an early issue to bring the Turtles in,
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I guess technically this is issue 5, though. Because we had the original Dragon miniseries and we got issue number 1, and then it is interesting, but it's obviously like there was plans to do the Turtle ongoing, so like they were getting it in the mix. But the Turtles Savage Dragon crossover was published by Mirage, so Mirage was still around.
Yeah.
And so she's coming in, she's looking for Dragon, and Dragon is out of town right now. And where is he? He's in New York. You got the money shot right here, dude.
With the Turtles sneaking up on him.
Yeah. And Dragon's supposed to be small, but in relation to the Turtles, he's taller than them. Yeah. So I think it's kind of funny that he does look really big right here. And you could almost say like, well, he's not that tall, but in relation to them, like I guess he would be taller, right? Like, but just like the gargoyle looking over, I just think it's such a great thing, dude. A great image. And he's like wondering why he was called, why not Supreme or one of those Youngblood characters. I love when they call out each other's characters in the book. Like, I miss that.
Building the universe, yeah.
The Turtles look great. And then the fighting ensues, dude.
Yeah, dude, great. And it's a great fight too, man.
I love the way Michelangelo is like completely sprawled out with his nunchucks in his hand. Thought that was pretty funny.
And they have the tails in this too, the penis tails.
Yeah, the penis tails. He's like, you blasted idiots. What the hell do you think? And like crack, and then he throws Mikey. Raph comes in the mix. Leo comes in the mix. And then Mikey's like, hold it for me, guys. I owe him one. Nobody makes me look bad. So we're seeing a different Michelangelo too. Like the Turtles personalities are there, but they also are a little bit different when they come into the image universe. Yeah. I love that he's like, you'll look like Swiss cheese in a minute, you little creep. I mean, just like the dialogue, dude. It's so good. But again, like this is something Larsen does a lot, where he'll have that like one long panel on the left hand side. I love the way he does that. And then also on this page, just to call out, when you see all of them falling off the roof.
Yeah, that's great. And like, it's like these two pages are almost like, mirror, not mirror images, because it would be on the other side, but like just the synchronicity between them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the layout's very similar, except you have two big panels here and then the small in the middle, but then you have the two big ones here and the small on the bottom. But like they're obviously, the Turtles think that Savage Dragon is responsible for what's been going on in New York. And then he's like, I'm a police officer. And he's like, oh, holy cow, this is Dragon Cop from Chicago. Like, how would they not realize that? Like, the Turtles aren't dumb.
Yeah.
But whatever. They thought that he was the killer gargoyle man because they're after him. So now, like, we're going to get obvious team up, right? Like, and that's how
Yeah,
all comic book team ups start. They
yeah, a
always
big
start with
fight
a
and then they
fight.
team up. Yeah, I love the way Larson draws the turtles too.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, look how tiny they are. So if Savage Dragon is like, I forgot how tall he's supposed to be, but he is supposed to be short. So how tiny are these turtles? Was what I was thinking.
Yeah, I guess the turtles aren't supposed to be that big themselves, you know?
But I always thought of them as like 5 feet at least.
Yeah, I'd say about 5'2" or something like that.
Yeah. So they apologize for the fighting, and Dragon's like quick to forgive. He's like, "You're the weirdest looking ninja I've ever heard of. Are you guys for real?" Yeah, and like now they're gonna go find this
Look for this
fucking killer
gargoyle.
gargoyle.
Yeah, yeah, and there it is.
And yeah, and if you guys feel up to helping me bag the sucker, that's okay by me. And then again, long panel. Like this is like a trademark of Larson, dude.
Yeah, I love his long panels. You're right, and like he always uses them so well to create like the way he makes your eyes flow. You know,
Yeah. I love the
creates a lot of
fighting of
movement.
the turtles too, where he's like, there he is, let's get him. What a dork. And like Michelangelo's like arguing with like Leonardo, and he's like, it was an honest mistake. I noticed you jumped right at him without thinking twice. And then just
Butthead, pompous.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, they're teenagers.
the way Dragon just lifts them both up in the air, so fucking funny. He's like, I don't want to get a spanking from this babysitter. Or you don't want to get a spanking from this babysitter. Just fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's funny because it's like an old man hanging out with some teenagers. You know, like
Yeah. And then another double page. Again,
that's what
er-
a great page.
Erik Larsen knows how to do a double page spread, dude. He's one of my
Yeah,
favorite like that. He's one of my favorite cartoonists that does it.
yeah. Not only is he good at drawing them, he's good at like where to place them
Mm-hmm. Like
for maximum.
that one issue of Dragon where it's all splash pages.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite comics. Yeah, I just love this page.
and then you've got again another long panel.
Mm-hmm. This sucker's dust. And then they just go at it, dude. And then I love this too, because like this isn't something Larson does a lot, where he does like a different like panel border. Like that
Yeah,
to me, I always associate with like, well, I guess first name that comes to mind is Liefeld, but McFarlane also started doing it with Spider-Man as well. But yeah, I just love the way the turtles are coming at. I hate that it's not all four turtles, you know?
yes, you're right. I didn't really think about that, but it would have been awesome to have like that money shot with all of them.
Yeah. Still great image, but
Yeah, yeah,
I wish Raph was a part of that too. And then they're realizing how hard it is to fight this gargoyle creature, and Dragon's like directing them, getting closer so I can nail him. And then boom. I love this. Kirby
yeah.
crackle.
This is one of my favorite pages in the issue. You know, like just like the composition, the Kirby crackle, the lettering, the onomatopoeia. And, it's all so good, man.
I just love this
Also
so
good.
much. Yeah. I mean, I've read this comic so many times. I mean, I have the Ultimate Collections, which I'm so happy they're doing those Ultimate Collections with Collecting Dragon. And I know that they've
I need to get
recolored some
those.
stuff. Yeah.
And I have the archives, which are the black and white collections, which are a lot of fun to have too.
They are
It's
a lot of
interesting to
fun,
see.
but some of the early stuff, when his pencils were super tight and like there was a lot of lines, sometimes like this kind of page, it's just like there's so much
Yeah,
black that it's hard to separate this stuff. But yeah, I mean I've read the archives too. I think they're cool. I like this shot of Dragon. We get this villain in the background that doesn't really make her presence known, and that's someone that we will see in the second part of this crossover. But like it wraps up this part of the story so that you don't necessarily need to read the next one, but
yeah.
you benefit from it, and it definitely calls back to this team up. And look, yeah, dude, this is it. Thanks for your help. Catch you later. I wonder if we'll ever know what that was all about. And obviously we will, because there's going to be a second part. And then
Yeah.
you just go to this like next page and just random, right? Like this kid goes up, opens the door, there's blood on the floor, runs out, and there's a dead body, and then somebody saying hello. And that is the beginning of Hortus, which will
Yeah.
meet her
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
later.
Yeah. You almost forget when you're reading this that it's a dragon comic because of all the turtles and and the action and everything. But like this was like this happens right in the middle of him building a very important arc for the dragon.
Yeah, and then we get a great letters page like we always get. I want this dude is from Northridge, California, which is kind of close to me. I wonder if this dude is still a Finhead, bro. I wonder if he still lives. I wonder if he still lives out here. Kind of want to see. But this is the other crossover I was talking about. This is the Mirage published
Yeah.
one. Great Michael Dooney cover. But it's funny because they don't really label this as the part one until the back. Like it doesn't say part one in the title at all. Then we get some
Yeah,
cool,
you're right. I mean, the cover, yeah,
yeah, we get a good cool pinup, another one, and we get
yeah.
the star gets his own backup story in this issue, which this is
I
when
love that about Dragon, man. It's always been good about giving you so much content. You know, like
oh
a
dude,
great
yeah.
letters page, great backups. You know, like different kind of backups, great pinups.
And this is where
Like
Star loses his
Larsen knows how
hair.
to deliver a great single issue, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Get a Super Patriot, Mighty Man. I want to do that Super Patriot miniseries, the first one, Dave Johnson on art. That would be
Yes,
fun.
that's a good one. Yeah,
We'll do that one for sure. Overlord, we get Star again, and then it's a flip book. I like this how it's like ripping through the regular cover, and it's
yeah,
Vanguard Zero. And I mentioned Gary Carlson, right? Like this is Vanguard is a a character that was during the Megaton days when Erik Larsen was working with him over there. And Gary Carlson, they refer to him as the grandfather of Image Comics. He does Big Bang Comics right now, which just had a Kickstarter that was successfully backed. Michael Fitzgerald Troy helped put that together with Eli at Cosmic Line. So he's a name that's been in comics for like over 40 years. So we get to see like the introduction of Vanguard into Image Universe. We get a little money shot with Pitt. But yeah, another great character that we see every once in a while. We got Supreme in here. We see him once in a while in the Dragon comics, but not as frequently. But
no, yeah,
fun comic, another quick
yeah,
read.
man.
Not to say that it's bad, that it was quick, but that to me is like the side of a good comic. When you can fucking pick it up and it just like
Yeah, or you could just easily read it and it doesn't become a chore. I mean, I guess that's true of anything that's good, but like especially like comics, man. You know, like you want them to provide a specific form of entertainment, and I think like a comic like this delivers on that.
agreed. And this is again easy to find. Dollar bins, back issue bins. It's not a super
Yeah,
expensive book. eBay. There's plenty of collections that are out. Like I said, the Ultimate Collection. Manny mentioned the archive, so it's definitely accessible. I would definitely recommend it. Worth every penny, dude. I love Dragon. We still love the ongoing today. Erik Larsen's. I mean, he's still doing it, man.
yeah,
He's still doing it
yeah. And I'm still
over
reading it.
yeah, I mean, over 260 issues later, like he's still going strong. So get out there, pick up the book. Make sure you follow us on social media. Our links are down below. Hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note, we're out.
We'll see you next time, guys.